talking about 5 writing traps for you to avoid when you're writing first, second, millionth book. Some of these are traps that I have fallen into. Some are just things I've seen in other people's writing, published or unpublished. And I'm here to tell you what they are so you do not fall victim to them. Number 1, and this is what I said I have fallen into in previous videos, and that is perpetually editing. But I mean this in 2 ways this time. One, that is perpetually editing while you are writing your first draft, as I talked about in my video on my editing process. It's a really, really slippery slope to fall into, of editing your first draft until it's super, super polished because you think that that's what a first draft is supposed to be. It's not. If that works for you, editing along the way, I know it does for some people, fine, but if not, then write and then edit and then write and then edit. But secondly, it's also the idea of never stopping editing once you've finished your manuscript so that you delay the process of sending it to agents or starting to get it published, like self-publishing it. You just keep telling yourself that it's not ready to go out into the world even though it is. And inevitably you just delay its release into eternity. Newsflash, if you keep editing forever and never publish it, you're never going to be a published author. Number 2, and that is writing to meet a quota. You should not every day wake up and think, I have to reach this certain quota today before I finish writing. And honestly, this is bad for people who are underwriters and overwriters, because having this sort of mentality when you sit down to write is going to lead you to just adding unnecessary fluff. Scenes, characters, sentences that just don't matter in order just to meet the word count goal. It also will lead to a really messy writing style, and by that I mean sentences that have a lot of unnecessary words to them and end up just sounding clunky because you were writing to reach a word count goal. And if for some reason you're watching this video and you have like an academic paper to write right now and it's a word count goal, this applies to you too. I know your teacher asked for a certain word count goal, but just adding more words to your sentences to reach the word count goal does not make your essay better. Do more research and add more depth to your arguments. But back to writing a book. It kind of is the same thing. If you say, hey, I have to write 5,000 words in this chapter, you're going to just end up adding unnecessary things to the chapter to make it reach that word count, and it doesn't make it better, it makes it worse. Longer is not always stronger. Number 3, and that is trying too hard to have a diverse vocabulary. This is something I am so guilty of. Put down your thesaurus. It's okay to reuse the same word twice in a chapter. And in fact, trying to find 15 different adjectives for the word yellow is just going to make your writing sound so painfully dense. It's okay to use the word yellow or the word eyes. There's nothing wrong with those words as long as you don't use them all the time. Don't try too hard to make your writing hi. Don't try too hard to make your writing vocabulary too diverse. Just a little bit's okay. Number 4, and that is over-researching and then putting all of that in your book. Listen, I understand that sometimes you fall into a rabbit hole of researching something you don't know about, like martial arts or something. But trust me, your reader has not done that research and they don't want the info dump of research information that you got. I see this a lot when it comes to books that involve technical things that the author wasn't obviously not knowledgeable about before the book. And it can be super, super, super unnecessary and really bog down the story. So be careful of how much you research and then how much you put into your book. And number 5, and this is probably the worst trap and the one that you should try to avoid the absolute most, and that is chasing trends. It's pretty obvious by now if you read any sort of literature ever at all that publishing has trends. It was magic and magic schools right after Harry Potter came out. And then it was supernatural romance and that sort of thing after Twilight. And then dystopian literature after that when the Hunger Games got super popular. And it's okay to not chase those trends. In fact, it's better because by the time you finish writing your book, it might not even be on trend anymore. It'll be way more fresh and interesting if you just write what you like. And who knows, maybe next time you'll start the trend. Chasing trends is just going to lead your book feeling outdated when it's published 4 years too late. Okay guys, so those are all the writing traps I have for you guys. Leave a like in the comment down below if you like this video, and also subscribe. Comment if you've ever fallen victim to any of these traps, or if you've read any books that so clearly fell into one of these traps as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!